Welcome to my kitchen. I'm gonna be making some lemon Greek potatoes, followed by some fried chicken cutlets and some garlic sauteed spinach. All Serbian, Canadian vibes from my beautiful home studio in Ottawa, Ontario. Let me just tilt the camera down a little bit so you can see more of the counter. There, that should be better. 2 water bottles, classic. Can't go, oh, this is a lot more counter. Let's split the difference. Yeah, that should be better. Can't start a stream without a little bit of jank. This looks like a tattoo. Okay. Let's get these Greek potatoes going. Have my trusty sidekick here. Got some Serbian tunes. Lemon Greek potatoes. Lemon Greek potatoes. Okay, potato wedges. I bought this Costco pack of potatoes that are very hardcore. See how many grams we have. 2 pounds. 2 pounds, enough for a family of 4, I would say. Let's see what my brother says about the potatoes. It has been nice doing the Serbian cookbook project because I have been Greek potatoes, bacon, olive oil, garlic, lots, oregano, and salt. I just don't have oregano. Should I? Dang, I should have bought oregano today. It seemed expensive at the store, so that's why I didn't get oregano. Oh wait, I have marjoram. Right? M. Yes. I alphabetized my spice selection. Seriously, game changer if you haven't done that. Highly recommend. Okay, we don't need this here. Unless I decide to write as we go. Okay, preheat oven to 400. So I'm gonna do this in my trusty Ninja Foodie because I don't think I need a full on, here, let me move this over to where you can see. Yeah. I don't need to be off camera the whole stream, jeez. That's what my plug is for. So my brother says, should I do marjoram? Marjoram. If you haven't heard about marjoram, marjoram is an herb that is very similar to oregano. I find it is a little sweeter and has less of that like pungency that oregano does. So it's not like sweet as in like sugary sweet. It's like a more mellow herbal flavor. Place potatoes in a preheated oven, bake for 15. Add stock. Let's see, does my brother? I don't think my brother puts stock in it. He does. Oh, he does do some of this, but then he adds lemon. Oh, so he very much follows this one. Let's see. First, he does 20 minutes with just oil, and then he puts chicken stock. I love that he does 19 minutes. Should I put that on the recipe? I've never seen somebody be so specific. Lemon juice, and then 18 minutes. Okay. That's really funny. Okay. Almost done here. Kind of writing the recipe before I start going because I want to just be more organized. So I have 2 pounds of potatoes, then we'll do, let's see, 1/3 cup of olive oil. Ooh, she's gonna be dry marjoram or oregano. Let's see, what does my brother do here? Baked potatoes in olive oil and garlic, oregano, salt, and pepper. Yes. And then chicken broth. I have beef broth. I feel like that's not gonna be as good, but I think maybe I'll do like vegeta, which is 1/4 cup of chicken stock or water plus 1 tablespoon of vegeta, which is a Croatian seasoning. I think lemon juice, 3 lemons juiced is a good call. And then what does my brother do at the end? Add some lemon. Quartering 1 of the leftover lemons. So I'm gonna do 2 lemons juiced, and then like you take 1 of the lemons that has been juiced and quarter it and then put it amongst the potatoes. You get the delicious flavors. Hey Serena, my alert still says Eurovision. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. How's your day going, darling? Thanks for joining me. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay. It's going okay. Fair, fair. Fair. Hopefully I can add some levity. Some of these chill Balkan vibes. Start preheating that, even though like technically it doesn't say to preheat. I will preheat. My secret site keeps getting submitted in the Diddy trial. What does this mean? What do you mean? Is there something you want to tell me? What kind of secret life do you have? Yeah, no kidding. It would feel super meta. Okay, what contraption fits in my Ninja Foodie? Can this fit 2 pounds of potatoes? Remember I told you I belong to a site where industry stuff is shared and told? Vaguely? Unfortunately, I hate to use this as an excuse, but my memory can sometimes be. So stuff that went down on site last night, the defense tried to... Oh, shit. Interesting. You were in the know in more ways. It had thread since 2009. When stuff happened to Cassie, shit, that's wild. Whoa. Interesting. She used them in her lawsuit. Her friends who testified made threats to document. Whoa. Like threats to her and Diddy? God, what a wild story. Like, it's interesting to see how it's also exposing a lot of like stuff that I didn't know, that I'm not surprised by in the music industry. Every time stuff happened, they would report it on the site and then name names. Whoa. interesting. Well, as long as they don't expose your plex, we're good, right? I'm trying to think of like a vessel that'll fit in there. That's not this pie plate, because this is pretty much. When will you join the Plex Volution? I just don't have my own stuff on there. But I'm there almost every night, girl. Okay, I need to put something in there that has like handles that I can lift. Oh, I guess, what am I saying? I can just add the potatoes to this and bake it inside. Why am I trying to mess around with this? This, today I had to do one of those hype sessions because Perfectionist B was coming out, and she was like, "You're not all dolled up. Your stomach hurts. You're not gonna be at 100%. And I'm like, okay, A, shut up. But also, can't I just be on Twitch just to hang out with people? You know? So that's how I'm going into it. You ever get like that? B is a ninja operative. Let's hang. Nice. Let's hang in all of our dittiness. Aw, missed you too. I had a feeling, but you know, hang in there, my love. Hang in there. Sending Canadian vibes. Oh yeah, I meant to send you this. I'll text you like the location, or if you want to look it up, it's called Chateau Fairmont. No, that's the one Montebello. Anyway, the Fairmont Chateau Laurier is one of our premier hotels. Although I've been in one of their hotel rooms, mind you, it was like 15 years ago, and it was like a little grimy, but the interior and the ballrooms, it's so ornate and gorgeous. I just thought you would really love that energy. And then they do these wine events every year that showcase these like Ontario wines, and yeah, it's great. Yeah. I want to go to the fancy hotel that was used in the K-drama Goblin. Ooh, where is that? Where is that one? Okay, let me grab this. I don't like using plastic cutting boards, but I'm going to use it because I'm gonna beat the hell out of some chicken breast later. Yeah. Oh, it was, oh, yeah. It must be the, okay. I keep getting distracted by texts. Yeah, look it up. Maybe it was the Montebello, because that one a lot of dignitaries go to. Oppa! The Montebello one? Fairmont Le Chateau? Wait, they filmed the K-drama in Ottawa? No way. No way. Okay, I think I have to peel these potatoes. Knowing my brother, he probably peels his potatoes for garlic potatoes. Hello, cooking girl. Was just thinking about you. Aw, taking a break from gardening. Ooh, nice. Welcome in. Tell me about the garden you're prepping. I am actually preparing these peels for my garden compost because I am a sustainability advocate, y'all. So I'm trying to do backyard composting so I don't have to buy compost and fertilizer that is industrial made, because I can just make my own. And hopefully it'll work. I'm gardening in spots too while bobbing. Nice, gardening vibes. It's in just pulling a hop plant out of my greenhouse. Oh, you have a greenhouse? That's so nice. Relocating it. Nice. I don't know what a hop plant is. Please illuminate me. I've slowly returned more lo-fi, but I love this space too much. Oh, yes. It's hard to resist, isn't it? Hard to resist. I actually bought a really nice gazebo. Serena, you've inspired me to, speaking of spaces, you've inspired me to engage more on Discord. Like I took a few peeks. What was it that you put on Discord that like stuck with me? Shoot, it was something, oh yeah, it's about entryway spaces. I loved your like woo-woo adjacent design suggestion where you add like silver and it's so true. Oh my God, like the left-hand side of my entryway is where people like should be like taking their shoes off and kind of making themselves comfortable. It's like so true. You want people to feel welcome when they come in. And I've been thinking about that ever since I read about it. Oh, like literally hops to make beer. Okay, compost scares me, of course. I'm so woo-woo, Jason. Oh my God, when you sent me that Age of Aquarius clip, I'm like, say no more. Say no more. Like, it's like glam woo-woo. Age of Aquarius. And also like my ignorance, I didn't know they were Black artists. Oh my God. So I love being culturally educated. Glam woo is your niche. Yes, I'm here for it. You always thought, okay, thank God. You always thought they were white too. Why does compost scare you? Here it attracts rodents. So now that I'm in the city, smaller gardening, nah. Okay, so this is my understanding of compost is if you have like 70% dried leaves and grass and that kind of thing, and 30% of like the food, it shouldn't smell, it shouldn't attract pests. Like if you have pests, like I'm not putting eggs or like meat or like anything with oil in it, you know? So I'm trying to keep it a little bit low, I don't know, not lo-fi. Hey King Ting, how are you? Welcome in, happy Friday. Hope things with the move are going well. We're just chatting about gardening. Hopefully you're gonna have your own garden soon with your new home. It feels, okay, I don't wanna let Serena down. Let me go back up. My whole home is color feng shui. I'm slowly getting there. So like right now, and I was talking to King Ting about this, he's like getting rid of a bunch of stuff, but then like I think he's excited to get new things for his new home. I'm just getting into like making each space in my home finally have like a personality. Whereas before in like previous homes that I've shared with my husband, they've been like hand-me-downs, which is great. They all kind of end up working together in their own eclectic way. But like now, like intentionally making the colors match and everything. Like unfortunately I got this couch. It's super comfortable, except for the smell. Like I need to, it was like a $1,500 couch we got for $100. So it was like, and it's in great condition. It just smells like the owners had a dog. So anytime it gets damp in the house, it kind of smells. So I need to, and also like I thought the color was more of like a mint green, and it's so not. It's like this brown green. I totally got like a bad one. Anyway, like a bad color photo. That's the risk with buying online, I guess. Anyway, I could always buy like a couch cover, which I probably should do since I have a potty learning 3-year-old. My whole home is color feng shui and it feels so natural, no one would notice. It's not paid by numbers at all. Oh, I love that. Okay, I need more of your tips. I loved your YouTube series on all that stuff. I always thought they were white too. We were talking about Age of Aquarius singers. Cooking Girl, odor, pests, maggoty things, just fair. As soon as my compost gets to that territory, I will for sure abandon ship. Larger scale, you need to make it worth it. I used to live on acreage, so you did it then. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we'll see. Like, I have a very small compost bin, so we'll see how that goes. King Ting, the stream totem. It wouldn't be a Friday without a Chef Eva B stream. Valkaline, hello.
Oh, is that in the way? No, it's not. Hi.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Love you.
Hey, I go to the bathroom, sorry.
It's okay. It's like, I gotta go. She needs to respect our demands. What, for Friday streams? I hear them loud and clear. I like that, King Ting, I like your pitch for Friday streams. What does color feng shui? It was maybe worms. I hate worms. Anything too wiggly. Back to compost. Garden worms are perfect. So I found a couple garden worms and I hope they're thriving. Hope they're loving life. Valkaline part cameo salary negotiations. Okay, we're finally done peeling our patatas. Got some hefty boys. These are one of my favorite things that my mom makes. Garlic lemon potatoes. And she kind of cuts them in these like flat-ish wedge styles. Because, so like Greek potatoes, you roast them first and then you put them in a chicken broth. So it's so hard to describe the texture. So they're not quite roasty crispy, but some of these edges kind of pop up and get roasty crispy. And then you would think like, oh, I don't want to lose that roast crisp potato vibe because I love roast potato crispiness so much. I do too. But then as soon as you start poaching them in this olive oil, my mouth is watering, this olive oil broth, lemon juice mixture with the garlic, it kind of imparts that roasted garlic flavor too and gets really buttery and so delicious. Earthworm casting meaning poop. Don't tell Serena. Serena, my garden is gonna thrive because of all this poop. Okay, this is actually the perfect amount for my ninja foodie. Got my compost for my meal casting stuff here. All right, first things first. I do buy castings in a plastic bag I can handle. Oh, so that's what you use for fertilizer? Nice, nice. Okay, lemon Greek potatoes. 1/3 cup of olive oil. So I need to put olive oil, so much olive oil, garlic, marjoram, sea salt, and a generous amount of freshly cracked pepper. Like I'm saying, these are basically poached in olive oil. So put that in next. In Serbia, we don't really use a ton of olive oil, but I think for this, it's a good exception. Yeah, and the regular brand stuff, I'm not really about that banana peel tea life. Oh yeah, I think I've tried to do natural, like I've tried the whole like cayenne spray for pests and whatnot, but it just doesn't work very well. Again, this compost thing, it's in part a little bit of a rebellion because we have like a municipal compost, but I think they just incinerate stuff. Like you can get plastic bag, like legally you can have plastic bags in your compost and like meat bones and stuff. Like I don't really understand how that's very sustainable and where that compost is going. It kind of sketches me out. So I just want to try and see if I can just compost my own stuff. I do neem and lemon oil for pests with coconut oil soap. Ooh. Yes, squirrels, raccoons can be deterred by human hair. Trying that this year. Whoa, how are you collecting that hair? Tell me more. I have to deal with scraps and such. I'm gone. Right, yeah. It's a lot of extra effort. Okay, let's get our garlic going. I gotta bust out my spinach. This is a very garlic heavy episode of my stream. Can I call it an episode? I'm going through an episode, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm wearing my Beetlejuice shirt because I was gifted very generously tickets for a Beetlejuice musical. because these days they're making a musical about everything. And my friend who got the tickets for himself didn't want to go. He was out of town for work, to be fair. So I got to go. And it was okay. Like it warmed, like Beetlejuice, I'm told by my family members that I truly did not stop watching as a kid. Like I would watch it on repeat. And so, and I still like it. It's like, I don't know do you guys have an example of like a childhood favorite movie or recording artist that you watch now and you kind of like cringe that you can't believe you love them so much? For Beetlejuice, the movie, I do not have that reaction. In fact, I really love the movie still. Jenna Ortega is so whiny. I will say I've refused to see the sequel. What's with these new celebs? Tom Cruise! Really? Not at all. I never understood cringe. I always love everything still. Nice. I'm starting to accept my appreciation for nostalgia.
Mwah.
That's
You're
nice.
starting to accept your appreciation for nostalgia.
Yeah, because I want to be cool and I want to be in the know, but I don't need to be a tryhard. I'm like, maybe it's my like, because...
But you like nostalgic things.
I know, but sometimes I'm like ashamed of it.
Is anybody ashamed for their nostalgia?
Well, Cooking Girl is saying Tom Cruise thinks he's gaggable, but you still love him.
Like,
is there
this
anything?
guy sucks.
Is there anything that you used to love as a kid and you watch it now and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Power Rangers.
Okay, see?
Power Rangers, yeah.
See? You know,
really does not hold up well. You know?
You don't think so?
No, it does not.
That's true. We did try to watch some episodes out of nostalgia and it was kind of weird and annoying. Barry Manilow. He-Man! You thought Barry Manilow was dreamy? You know what? As a tween, I really loved the band Bush. And like Gavin Rossdale was like, ooh. And then I saw him live a couple years ago and he's still fine. I don't like this whole like he fucked the nanny kind of and ruined his marriage kind of thing, but you know, that's all we know of their relationship. I'm sure there were other aspects of it that were rocky. They were on and off again. If you followed that lore back in the 90s, the aughts. I was 4. He may have started my big nose fetish. Ooh.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so I'm chopping some garlic, as you can see. Cooking Girl, are you still streaming on Le Twitch? Rosdale's new romantic era is so underrated, and his paramour from that time too. If you know, you know. Like, wait, from that era, isn't he? Is he not still with that Eastern European chick? Also, when I found out he was with like a plastic surgery, like Gwen Stefani lookalike from Eastern Europe, I was like, nice. You get that green card, girl. I just can't get back in the swing. That's fair. It took me quite a while to get back to the swing, and I kind of have to hype myself up, but I love that you're still here with us. Still hanging out. I appreciate it. All right, teaspoon of salt. Chad, are you guys salt snobs? I feel like as a recipe writer, I should be a bit more snobby about my salt. Like, do I get the diamond kosher salt? Do I go that hardcore? Okay, lots of marjoram. I'm using marjoram instead of oregano because I don't have any oregano. That would be more classic to this recipe, but marjoram has a nice sweetness to it. It's almost like a cross between basil and oregano. I just realized that after giving it a nice whiff. Salt Snob, you have 6 varieties. Okay, tell us more. I need some salt inspo. Every time I see Malden flaky salt, I'm like, oh, I gotta get some, and then I don't. New Romantic was like the Spandau ballet area. He teased hair and lace ruffles from the 80s. It was very fluid, and his main one too. When was this? Was this a Gavin Rossdale solo era, or was this with Bush? Because you're ringing some bells. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive because art. Pre-Bush? Excuse me? Like, so full on 80s. Man, I love when I find out that these artists have had these like eras before they got famous. All right, I'm using a Ninja Foodie. There's like a bake setting technically, so it's going to be like 400. It would be in the oven, but because this is like fan assisted, you want to reduce the temp by 25 degrees. Okay, so it's gonna be 375 for 20 minutes. Love to hear it, Cooking Girl. I love pink Himalayan, but I want to start hoarding salts and peppers. Ooh. Okay, so there's this Jamaican farmer that sells Scotch bonnets at the farmer's market, and he makes Scotch bonnet salt. Now, I have dried Scotch bonnet chilies. Do I blend it? Or is it kind of redundant? I guess if I want to season something with like a spicy, salty vibe, that's like a good shortcut. But then otherwise, why wouldn't I just like grind some Scotch bonnet and then sprinkle that onto something, you know? Oh, smoked salt is the best. Okay, sometimes I'm kind of guilty of gifting things for my husband that are like, that are also a gift for me. So like often I would, because he really likes salt on food. I mean, who doesn't? But some people, you know, he like particularly likes salty food. And there have been times where I've put smoked salt in his Christmas stocking. That would be great on corn, Scotch bonnet salt. Ooh, nice. Okay, so they come from all over the world. Black salt is like the not fermenty, but like kind of sulfuric salt. That stuff scares me. I feel like I need like a special container. Red, Malden, of course, pink, and kosher smoked salt. Addicted to pepper, I have multiple kinds. Some are kind of strange. My pepper blend is like a combo. So there's allspice in here for some reason. Black, white, and pink peppercorns in here. Did you know that pink peppercorns are from the nut family? So my friend cannot have pink peppercorns. Or maybe it's like has a compound that's related. For whatever reason, she's allergic. I don't care for salty food. It's so strange. I can taste it easily. Oh, interesting. But you appreciate the variety that salt can bring. Interesting. Okay, so if you know, you know that you have to, because I'm going to be doing some breaded chicken cutlets. This is going to take a little bit of work. We gotta flatten our chicken, we gotta pound her, and we gotta set up our like breading station. I used to do these cooking classes at a grocery store. It's really sad. Like literally, like the lockdowns happened in 2020, and then this store that I did these lunchtime cooking demos at that were free for the participants, by the way, and it garnered like a really great following of these retirees that just use that lunch hour to get together. They were just like, oh no, we're done with this cooking program. Like they didn't want to wait it out, like fair, like we didn't know. But that, like a lot of businesses decided that like a year in and not like 2 weeks in. They put so many like of these coordinators out of work. They put my little weekly thing out of, like I was out of work for that like part of my income. It was so tragic. But like the worst part is that these retirees They use this little lunch hour. By the way, they got like a free lunch out of it too, and cooking education, and social time. They didn't have the space anymore. I felt so sad. Okay, enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your lurk. Back to the garden. Ooh, I'm starting to smell the garlic already. Yum. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this. Instead of chicken broth, we'll make this Serbian by putting this vegeta seasoning in some, maybe I'll just do half a tablespoon. And it's basically like a chicken bouillon powder. The color on this camera needs some more. One step at a time. Okay, one step at a time. All right, water break. There's this Serbian, Australian artist. By the way, Australia has a huge diaspora of Serbs, and I really want to connect with this one lady who has these like learn Serbian flashcards, and she has the sweetest art, and I think it would be great. It would lend itself really well to emotes. So I was thinking about hiring her for some emotes. I think that'd be really, really cool. Okay, let's get the chicken out. We made a lot of pork recipes on this Serbian stream, so I'm happy to move on from that. All right, let's get fried chicken cutlets. I have to pull out my brother's text thread. Ooh, nice. My brother said he made a really good Serbian playlist, so maybe I'll have to add those songs to my stream. Okay. Let's see. I cut the breast in half, unless it's already thin, then pound it with a mallet. So these are gonna be like big cutlets. Okay, I need to get a plate or maybe a tray here. You're gonna need several trays. Several trays. I don't think I need this peeler anymore. We're done with the potatoes. Chat, what's for dinner? I wanna hear your dinner inspo. Okay, smells fine. Let me move these things out of the way. So you can see. I'm tempted to do all this chicken, but also not. I want to save some chicken breast for later. What do I do? I'm gonna just put this here for now, I decide. I'm gonna get a long filleting knife. Let's butterfly this chicken. I haven't done this in a while. Oh, they took the tenders off. So here would be the chicken tender. So my brother says if it's already thin, he leaves it, but this one is not. Okay, I think that's good. And then we'll mash it. There's gotta be like a Caribbean song about like mashing chicken. I feel like there's so many like food puns in a lot of songs. You know what, my mom's fried chicken cutlets are a little bit more, they're in smaller pieces. I wonder if she just does like, I feel like this size is more like a German schnitzel, you know? Like a German schnitzel, but my mom's chicken pieces would be smaller. Maybe I shouldn't do it like a schnitzel, guys. Maybe I should just do it like a... I think I'm gonna do like these sized pieces. I think it'll be easier to manage in the frying pan. I'm glad I'm doing this because it's forcing me to make foods for my son that I grew up with. And I think that's really nice to give him that experience because this food is good. It just takes a long time. I love a good batch cook. You know what I'm saying? God forbid I have like a little shortcut in the kitchen. I'm nervous about this garlic. Oh no, it's smelling and looking perfect. Never mind, trusting the process. Today I looked up what the cost of a trip to Serbia would be. For the 3 of us, $6,000. Not cheap, but something to aim for. And you know what? I feel like being so bold as to contact Air Serbia and be like, you know what, you guys need an influencer to make a little Air Serbia promo, okay? I'm your girl. I have to be bold. I was bold with the old UFC. If you don't know, I went to UFC as a media. I have a Serbian radio show card. And it worked, so hell yeah. I'm drunk with power. I've been putting myself out there and getting rejected, and that's all part of the plan, right? Or not part of the plan. The plan is to get people to say yes, but more like, you know, it's all part of growing as an entrepreneur, I suppose. Okay, let's flatten these chicken breasts down. Hiya! Time to get violent. I know, like, my mom would have, like, lay down plastic wrap. I don't really see the point. All right. There's some parts of the chicken that are kind of like breaking off. It's very stringy. Chicken these days, very stringy. I would much rather buy direct from my local chicken farmers, but these days can't really happen. Okay, this process isn't taking as long as I thought it would. Google Gavin Rosdale and Marilyn and you'll get it all. Get it all. The 80s ballet Gavin. Hey Uncle Stinky, how's it going? Hi from Ottawa. Hope you had a nice lunch break. Thanks for joining us. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Any plans for the weekend? Bang, bang, bang. I feel like we need some hardcore metal music. In my Ninja Foodie here, I have some roasted, oh man, look at that golden color. Well, can't really tell because my overhead camera is a little jank. But it's looking good. Nice and golden, nice and brown. Listening to some Serbian tunes. Just having a good, nice time. Nice chat about nostalgia. Is this normal for the chicken to kind of like flake like this? I have no real plans for the weekend. Nice, nice. Well, I hope it's easygoing, chill. I might go see some jousting with knights in shining armor. Should be fun. Weather's looking a little sketch. Other than that Xbox and vodka. Nice, nice. Just straight up, how do you enjoy your vodka? It's super sketchy to me that this chicken is like flaking like that. I'm getting a little sweaty doing this. Shots. What are you playing on Xbox these days? Do you delve into the Game Pass at all? Well, this chicken still has a little bit of bonage. Giggity. Giggity. I started playing Baldur's Gate 3 around Christmas time, and I've yet to get back into it. I plan on making pierogies and kielbasa sausage with steamed carrots. Hell yeah. Some Eastern European vibes. Are you Ukrainian at all? I've been playing Fallout 4. Nice. Fun. I'm not like a shooter game person, but I can appreciate how that would be fun. Very, very adrenaline giving. Not Ukrainian at all, but who doesn't like pierogies and kielbasa? None. Potato pierogies and sour cream. There's this great place in Ottawa. It's called House of Targ. I mean, Seattle probably has really cool places like this too, but it's this Ukrainian-owned guy, and he makes pierogi dough and filling from scratch, and he has so many different flavors. And it's also a pinball arcade and a concert venue, and he's so cool. He started off having a recording studio, very beloved in the indie punk rock scene. I had the privilege of recording with him, and I just love him, and I'm so happy for him. Like, this place is like, and people knew when he was going to open up this venue, people knew this was going to be a special place, an institution. And that's awesome though. Are there any places like that in Seattle? Okay, so we have our chicken flattened. My grandparents were Scottish, Filipino, English, and question mark. Fair, fair. I met this, earlier in the stream I was talking about how I went to an Ontario wine tasting event, and it's predominantly for people in the restaurant and alcohol industry. It's a bunch of wineries that can set up a booth and do free samples. Lovely. It's in this like Fairmont Chateau Laurier venue, gorgeous hotel here in Ottawa. And I met this winery owner. So it's a husband and wife duo. Really great wines, very low sulfites, very like natural wine-ish, but the wines don't taste like their natural wines. And they actually let me know that a lot of places that sell natural wines that like suck. The people, the owners of the places might not necessarily be storing wines very well. So if you ever think like, oh, natural wines are so gross, it could just be that initially at the winery, they're stored correctly and they actually taste good. But then when they're served to you, they've been sitting in like inappropriate conditions for the wines to be stored at, and then they suck. Anyway, so yeah, the husband is Italian and Canadian, so mutt presumably, and then the wife is Colombian, and together they have 3 kids, and I just loved listening to that story. No Serbian Ontario wine producers yet though. We need somebody, but somebody did tell me about a Moldovan guy and a couple Ukrainians, so. So one guy was like, forgive my ignorance, I don't know, like, is Ukraine close? And I was like, no need to apologize, sir. Not a lot of people know where Serbia is, and that's okay. Even like some of my closest friends don't know. It's all good. Okay, so now that I have the chicken pounded, I think I'm gonna switch this over and then make this my like panko breading station. I'm also tempted to go ahead and refrigerate this and work on my spinach because that's going to be quick. Okay, well, first things first, step 1 of these Greek potatoes is done. So this is the roasting stage. The color is gorgeous and brown. I'm using a Ninja Foodie, so this is kind of like an air fryer, and it has like a bake setting. How that's different than an air fryer setting, I don't know. But it's had time to roast the garlic in a nice layer of olive oil. But now it's time for the poaching in chicken stock, or in this case, I'm doing a vegeta, which is like a bouillon powder from Croatia, and some water. So that's gonna cook now for 18 minutes. No, 19 minutes. My brother was very specific. No, it was on the bake setting. This was on the bake setting. So let's do bake. Again, whatever that means. So we'll do 19 minutes. I'm tempted to stir it, but maybe that won't be necessary. I'll shimmy that to the side. Put the chicken back over here. I have so many utensils. I feel like a real chef. I'm gonna return this to here. We'll refrigerate it so that we can make our little breading station. Let's see what my bro says about that. He salts and peppers the chicken, dips it in flour, then egg. Egg beat with a little bit of milk. Ooh, I don't have any milk. Yikes. Maybe I'll just do water and hope for the best. Then a combo of breadcrumbs with freshly grated Parmesan cheese mixed into and shallow fried in a combination of olive oil and butter. Yum! I feel like doing the spinach first though, because I think that the spinach is gonna take a short amount of time and the chicken will just slowly chip away at after. Okay, so just gonna arrange this in a layer for some reason. This like thing, oh, I didn't look at how much this chicken weighed. Because I need to write this recipe out, y'all. This here, put this in the frigo. Refrigerator. Oh, I need my eggs here. I do have some sketchy vegan yogurt that expired a month ago. I could use that instead of milk, right? What was I doing? Oh yeah, spinach. Spinach dip. Real hot chicks. Spike the punch and take a sip. That's a deep cut from the YouTube days when Andy Sandberg had his little YouTube troupe. Good times, good times. I think that song, what was that song called? It was like about partying. I'm just gonna go home, guys. All right, I think this pot will be big enough for my spinach. So what I'm gonna do, this is my mom's method for garlic spinach, and I think that's pretty smart. So she boils water. She boils water and then like dumps it on top of her spinach. I feel like I don't need these knives. Let me just wash these. And then she takes the wilted spinach and then sautés it after in the pot, which is good because if you just take spinach and then you add it into a pan, the spinach starts exuding water. What's the word I'm looking for? Extracting, squishing out water. Oh, this is boiling fast. Good old induction burners. Quickly just, oh no! No! I broke the fuse. I can just dance for you guys. Okay, so lesson learned. My outlet cannot handle a fridge, charging a laptop, streaming, an air fryer, and an induction burner. There. I guess enjoy these tunes for a minute while I put the fuse back on. All right, I'm back. I'm back. So now, actually, I guess I'll put this Ninja Foodie back here. It's a lot of space anyway. And you've seen most of the action with the roastage and whatnot. Okay, I don't know how much time was left on this. Let's go 5 minutes. Always looking for accuracy in my recipes. Okay, so here's my spinach. I mean, hopefully this can handle the induction burner. Spinach. My mom just went to Serbia and gifted me this unopened bag of spinach. Thanks, Mom. So I figured, why not make her spinach recipe with it? There are a lot of jokes or something about not being able to eat vegetarian when you're in Serbia, a very meat-forward nation. That's accurate. It's accurate, but it's still a capital city in Europe, so there are options. Just not like will a baka make fun of you? Potentially. Potentially. My parents were not happy when I went vegetarian. They're like, and I think it's fair. They said, we want you to cook your own food then, because we're not going to make anything special for your crazy vegetarian ways. So I did, and fun fact, that actually kind of got me into cooking. So joke's on them. Okay, so I have my boiling water now. I'm just going to dump this over my rinsed spinach. It's turning a nice bright green. And then I have to assume she uses this to wilt the spinach. Putting my hands in like a dangerous woman. Something about you makes me wanna do things that I shouldn't. Something about and I'm just really squeezing the water out. Squeezing the water out. I squeeze the water out. Okay, now I gotta go to my mom's text thread. I'm looking at my brother's text thread, my mom's text thread. What does she say about the spinach? I'm gonna heat this up. Medium low. While the spinach is draining, she puts a little bit of oil and butter. Squeeze in garlic. I still need to get a garlic crusher. Chad, do you own a garlic crusher? She chops the spinach and adds it to the oil, butter, and garlic. Cook the garlic briefly, a minute. Add the salt. Add salt and pepper, and cook it for a minute. And then she finishes off. That's all. Nice, Mom. It always seemed like more effort. Sometimes spinach can be a lot of effort, especially if you get like local. It's like very sandy. It can be quite sandy. All right, let's get our garlic. More garlic, more garlic, so much garlic. Oh wait, I have to write down these quantities. So this was half a pound of spinach, and this was 3 pounds of chicken. I get my trusty old, remember writing things? No voice notes. No iNotes. Finally spent some time. Oh my god, I was like behind on like 10 recipes that I've written, but I have like 23 recipes so far, and the publisher wants at least 85 if I go with a publisher for this book, Serbian cookbook. Okay, spinach, 2 large cloves garlic, 1 tablespoon olive oil. Actually, I'll do veg oil. 1 tablespoon butter, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon pep. I like things peppery. Maybe I should do less, 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then half pound spinach, wilted. And then for the chicken, I have chicken, 3 pounds chicken. Guys, I kind of miss Eurovision, not gonna lie. It's good times. Okay, so my, vegetable poaching is done. Again, I still have like the crispy, let me present. I still have the crispy top edge of the garlic poached chicken, but then the bottom is kind of absorbing and becoming moist with the broth. Let me haphazardly put that here. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm not ready to saute this garlic yet. So now I need to squeeze in 2 lemons worth of juice. I'm gonna rinse my lemons. Because some of the outside skin is gonna get in to the juice. And I don't want any germs. Not that I really rinse those thoroughly. I really don't want to risk contaminating my life. Got these really nice juicy lemons. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like these have to be saturated in lemons. Watching. Nice. Where's my compost? My rat attractor. How go the garden plants, Serena? Are they loving their life? This is a lot of lemon juice. I'm kind of excited about this. Why did the fan just turn on in this thing? I planted new ones. Waiting for those to sprout. Ooh, from seed. Nice. This is a lot of lemon. Too much lemon? No, I feel like I love sour food. Maybe my favorite subgenre. Can I call it that? Subgenre? If I play my cards right, I'll have ginger harvest for ginger beer this Christmas. Oh, I love the goal. I started tomatoes from seed this early spring, and the plants actually grew. So now I basically only have tomatoes and basil going for me this year, but that just means I'm gonna have to foreshadow. Maybe I'm gonna give out a lot of tomato-based gifts for Christmas. But I really do love having pasta sauce. I mean, we are a Serbian Italian household. What's too much tomato? De goals. Okay, so now we're gonna also add these chunks of lemon to it. I feel like my mom added bay leaf to this. It smells so good. And my favorite addition that my mom added would be like prunes to roast chicken. Oh, so good. Anyway, so as the lemon peels roast with the potatoes, the potatoes are gonna get a little bit of that bitterness from the zest. Okay, now specifically my brother says 18 minutes for this stage. From my friends, Monster Time, yes. Okay, you have cherry tomato seeds to plant, kale planted, and ginger, Chad and Benny. Still don't know if I'm Shadow Benny. Chive is the best, my favorite. Want to plant carrots? Oh, I did carrots last year and it was so fun just having them, and they were so delicious. They didn't grow very long, but I think I just need deeper beds, and I planted them very close to one another. Pak choy, parsley, tulsi, sweet peppers. This is like the basics for like a Trini kitchen. This is amazing. Ooh, the lemongrass is happy. Yes. These are supposed to be tropical friendly. Oh, that's so fun. See, here I'm just used to like us struggling for like anything to be climate friendly. It's like, will this grow fast enough? Like watermelon, local watermelon. I'm usually like, I love all my local farmers and the produce is so much better getting it from them, except watermelon. Melons, like cantaloupe, pretty fucking good cantaloupe. We can only get it for like 2 weeks of the year, local. The watermelon though, no. Just like a hard no. Not even gonna pretend. Can't pretend anymore. I'm in a new era of not giving a fuck about what people think or what I think I need people to think. That's like a little differentiation. You know what I mean? All right. This balcony working overtime. Girl, you're telling me. Where do you get your pots? Because I'm also like, do you guys have those like fabric pots? They're kind of trendy here for some reason. Maybe a tablespoon of oil is a bit much. Oh, I need to put more butter in my butter thing. You also have Spanish thyme, aka Cuban oregano. Oh, I didn't know there was such a term as Cuban oregano. You also want to get back Scotch bonnet and pimento peppers. Want to get one of those vertical gardens? Yeah, I wonder if it's worth the hype. Those do look intriguing, especially if you have a short amount of patio space, which I assume you do, since you have a balcony garden, and I do as well. Okay, tablespoon of butter for my spinach. You can have spinach without butter. I feel like that was a good call, Mom. And then I think I said a quarter teaspoon of salt and an eighth a teaspoon of pepper. I never looked at the grow bags because they're so large. I just recycle our clay pots and the plastic pots I get from the nursery. Yeah, okay. Same. My mom did gift me some of those grow bags. So I have like nursery bags inside of the grow bags for aesthetic, but I think I don't want to get any more pots than I need to, so I might just take out the grow bag, if that makes sense. Spinach and coconut cream is my weak spot. I know, cream spinach is the best. You have a recipe for that on your blog, right? I wonder if that was one of the recipes I made from it. Also, guys, trinigourmet.com is Serena Nicole's Trinidad blog, food blog. If you want like the real deal recipes, like no pandering, no weird like ingredient alternatives, just like legit recipes, you gotta check it out. I find it's really fun to cook from bloggers who know what they're talking about. Imagine. I love pots, but in a small space it can be hard. I know, yeah. A vertical garden would be very cool. That's a great goal to have. To work that into your life, to your jardin. I think I do, but it disappeared in the hack. Oh, did I restore it? I have no memories. Yeah, I'm wondering, because I bought callaloo from the farmer's market. That was the recipe I did of yours. And I think it was like a coconut cream callaloo. So good. I was eating rich that day. Are most Trini dishes very rich? Yes, callaloo, so good. I worked at a meal prep company where I remember it was like a chef part owner and then like a general manager owner. And they kind of butted heads in a way because the general manager was like about cost efficiency. And the chef manager was like, yeah, but this Jamaican farmer is growing callaloo. We'd be the only people cooking callaloo. And it's so good. And she just stuck to her guns and did it. I really admired that about her. And then the chef left to move to a small town and start her own meal prep business. And I hope she's living her best life because where we worked together was quite stressful. Okay, so we have our spinach. It's just gonna simmer for a bit until fragrant. And then hopefully I can get, you're loving my IG pivots. Thank you. It's not perfect, but because you've, take that off the heat, because you've known me for so long, it really means a lot because you know like my true essence. I feel like it's hard to fake who you are when you're live streaming for hours at a time. And yeah, it's really awesome to hear. I just want to be me, doing what I got to do. People think that I'm just sitting on top of the world. I'm just trying to be me, doing what I'll just let the immortal words of Brandy vibe. Looking at your tea on secret site and somebody started a thread on how sad it was. Women over 30 to wear graphic tees, and I was living for the pages of rage and graphic responses they got. Yeah, oh my God. So I hooked up. I had this like torrid affair with this painter in New York City. It was very like my past life doing its thing. Of course, like I hooked up with this guy who ended up being this pretentious painter and like ditched me the next morning. Anyway, I remember him being like, no, graphic tees are a big no. He was also of the mindset, and like fair, where like it was cool to have like one designer piece and like the rest thrifted. Like that would be like the ultimate outfit. You got stories. Yes, I do, for sure. Okay, great. And now that it's already wilted, the spinach is just done cooking. That's crazy. Mom, this is a really like inventive recipe. Very doable for the average home cook. Because spinach can be so annoying to cook. I love graphic tees with the blazer too. Yes. You know what though? There was a moment where like my husband kept gifting me graphic tees. Like I think like on its own, like this isn't like the coolest look I've put together. I'm trying this new thing where I'm not like trying to be a perfectionist. And B, because this is just like what I felt like wearing in a hurry. Ooh, I overcooked the garlic a little bit, but it's fine. And B, you know, there's, yeah, layering with graphic tees is good. And it also just like, you're repping like what your influences are or whatever. Or tailored pants or both, but I love to slum them too. But a super structured bag as a wink. Yes, yes, same. Same. I love that my plaid blazer is Joan Rivers branded. Every time I see the label, I lol. Okay, we're gonna just keep the spinach in here. I feel like to make this recipe worthwhile, maybe this is like a serves to situation. Oh, I just got a foot cramp. Ugh. Okay, let's write this down. Serbs to peeps. We have our potatoes that are almost done. Need potassium. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And I need to make my chicken. So I'm gonna get my skillet. Cast iron, baby! I feel like you're integrating quirky and couture more as vibes now than literally. Yes. You know what? Now that I partially have some brain cells back, I can like think of these things more intentionally. Okay, I have this like ancient frying oil. Mom fog is real. Yes, caregiver fog. My son slept through the night for the first time in I want to say weeks. He's wanted to co-sleep. Not like right off the bat in the middle of the night, but pretty much at like 1 he'll wake up, and then at 3 he'll wake up. And then from 3 on, he needs somebody to be beside him. But last night, 8:45 to 7:30 straight. I can't tell you how like, wow. It's just wild. Oh, Mr. Cypress, thank you so much for the follow. I'm really sorry my alert didn't go off. Why are my alerts not working? Oh, wow. Unless it went off and I didn't hear it, in which case, I apologize. Okay, so this clump is lard and oil that we're just melting. How much is this? Because I gotta write all this down. So it's 2 cups. Dos cups. My friend sent me a PBS documentary on caregiving produced and featuring Bradley Cooper. What? Tell me more. Apparently he caregave his dad. I was ready to bawl just 2 minutes in. Bookmark to watch this weekend. Really appreciate her sending it. That's so sweet. It's so sweet of your friend to send you that. I must watch too. I must watch. You know what? There's like a lot of like moms come together and like kumbaya, which I appreciate. But also there's some moments where I'm like the 2 under 2 thing. I'm like, not for me. We'll never do it. Don't know if we'll have a second kid. Leaning towards yes. This Justin, leaning towards yes. Right now, no, like I'm literally just like waking back up. Like I just want to enjoy this like little brief moment. Would love for my son to not be in pull-ups anymore. And then I would love to enjoy my life anymore. And then like have another little blessing. You know what I'm saying? Lard or let's see, veg oil. I want to live again. You'll get there. And it might not be under the best circumstances, but yeah. Yeah, I get that. And like, life is so unpredictable too, right? Like I'm like, oh, right now things are groovy, whatever. But then, you know, my parents are gonna need caregiving pretty soon. Like both are traveling solo in Serbia right now. And but like, how long will they be able to do that? It makes my heart a little sad. Went out for a bit one day this week and Mom was so mad when I got back that you had been gone too long. No, Mom, why? I don't want to feel like I'm on parole. That's so rough, man. Oh, these potatoes are looking a little too crispy. Oopsies. I think I might cancel that right now. But they look very good. They look very good. Okay, I think I don't want to reuse this oil. This will be my second time using cooking oil. Really, like reusing cooking oil, you got to be a little careful with, because Oil can get these compounds that can be a little bit toxic. They'll be overly oxidized, and oxidized fats can manifest into like cancerous carcinogens. So you gotta be very careful with like oils that you use in that respect. Okay, let me show you these potatoes that are done. They're like exactly how I want them to be, poached and luscious on the bottom. They look very dark in this camera. Where's your tallow? It's in the fridge. I have some. Actually, thanks for reminding me. Wait, I used it. I used it last week. But yes, I know what you're referring to. I'm like a right-wing nut for using tallow, apparently. Okay, so we have these like roasty potatoes. So like underneath, really buttery soft, on top, nice and crispy. I always tell people not to put back used oil to reuse. Trinis love to do that. Yes, you're on board. Well, you know, because you're aware of like how much autoimmune is affected by these things. Speaking of autoimmune, I went out for a smash double cheeseburger with bacon today, and a full-on glutinous bun. And I'm like, oh, why does my stomach hurt? So I got these like roasty lemons, and because the lemons are roasted now, if you like squeeze the lemons on top, they add like when lemons get roasted like this, oh, the puckering. Nom, 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 nom. They get like an added sweetness to them. You have to try it. If you have a barbecue grill going on, and even like in a cast iron pan, and you're cooking something that really loves lemon, sear the lemon on top, and it'll be so good. Eliminating them helps so much. Yes, especially soya. With your flares, yes. Soybean oil is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, there is this thing going around where like it's privileged to only cook with these oils. You don't know, like some cultures like really need certain types of oils. Yes, but also there are alternatives, and there are also ways of using those oils. If you in a country that only has accessibility to certain type of oil, don't bring it to a smoking point. If you can, get it in a glass container, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm gonna try these. So good. So good. So lemony and garlicky. Oh boy, that's tasty. Yes, that's very good. That's very good. I like it. Oh man, that's so fucking good. Okay. Put those back. Okay, now it's chicken time. Got my oil preheating. Let me turn it down a little bit. And now we gotta build our station. The word privilege is so tired. I pull it out when people want to AI rage me. Oh my god, yeah. Yo, I got mad at ChatGPT for trying to pander to me because I'm organizing a 40th birthday party for my loving husband. And I wanted to do some kind of ceremony. And I was trying to think, like, I was brainstorming with the GPT, and I was like, give me some kind of like ceremony. Like, are there any Canadian Indigenous, Italian ceremonies for when somebody turns 40? And it's like, no, but there are these kinds of like land-based Indigenous things you can do. And then it literally did tab, line, warning fucking emoji, and it was like, only do these ceremonies with like somebody's blessing from the land. And I was like, you know, as a Canadian, I think it's just important that we like honor these traditions in our own way. I'm not trying to like pretend I'm something I'm not, but I also think it's important that we just normalize these traditions in a really authentic way. And then it was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, what the fuck? Yes, is that funny? But it actually like, it was like, yeah, you know what, Eva? Respect. I wasn't even like, you're pandering, shut the fuck up. I was like, no, like, like I will be the first to be like, why aren't we learning about like wild foraging in Canada, and like, why are there no native foods around at the local grocery stores that are accessible? Like around here we have amazing wild rice, and you can only find it in like these tiny bags, like 1 out of 10 stores, and that's like our biggest like indigenous. I'm getting so upset. Then there's cranberries and wild blueberries and salmon, and we've overfished our fisheries, and all this like moose and elk and buffalo. I love wild rice too. It's so good. It's so good. It's so delicious. Today is Indian Arrival Day here in Trinidad. Happy public holiday. And everyone is posting themselves in Indian wear. Awesome. Do you have your ancestral gold on today? I was telling my bestie, hope we never get offended. Please don't. You're like a great example of how like the cultures can like vibe, and it just becomes its own thing. Like there is kind of like a little bit of like modern segregation happening in this attempt to gatekeep cultural traditions and keep them in their box. Like there's no evolution to that, guys. There's no evolution, and it could be done in a respectful way. God damn it. Oh my God. I tried to bait GPT last night out of boredom. I'm gender identity and roared at you. No, I'm so sorry you had that experience. The boxing is regressive. Amen to that. Look how fucking red I am now. Ugh. Okay, let's make some breaded chicken. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna put this away. I need to regroup. I need like a breather. I need to listen to my ancestors sing about like farming. Raging Beetlejuice. Ah! It's like, it's eating a bug. Oh my God, composting. These are the worms that in my compost bin. I feel like this needs like a little like 80s vibe. Okay. God, I'm so angry. Those, I need to put a warning. These are lemony potatoes. Oh my gosh. I need like I need one of those mojitos. He has never had to worry about black people asking him for representation again. He made sure of that. Wait, what sequel? Oh, okay. Of Beetlejuice, yeah. When you mentioned Jenna Ortega, I assumed as much. But yeah, there was a lot of like weird, like you could tell that the Beetlejuice musical was written sort of recently, like especially like in the pandemic rage days. Because there were some jokes that were so like eye-rolly, and I can't even like give an example, but it was just like, okay. Stuff about like not being allowed to be gay, and I don't know, like fuck the man kind of thing. I'm like, guys, it's not that bad. It was so much harder to go to gay bars when I was a little tween. It was so like, it was still taboo, but now it's like, whatever. Anyway, Not a tween. I did not go to gay bars as a tween. Oh my God. And guess what? They were really sketchy. Are all of them sketchy? No. But some of them were really, they were putting like, there was like hardcore porn on at the bar. Like, most of the lesbian bars are gone now. Oh, so my husband works for the post office as a videographer. And yes, our National Post Office has their own communications team. Not that hard to believe now that I know like what he does for them. But our stamp, so it's like Pride Month, I guess. Is it internationally, I guess? And as a corporate entity, they're doing their part to represent. Anyway, they are doing a stamp series on the first gay bars in Canada. So my husband got to go, he said he interviewed the sweetest old lady in Toronto who started the first lesbian bar in Toronto. And he said like, she just was like so cool and had the best stories and was such a rebel in her own right. And it just warmed my heart. And like, we've come so far. It's one of those things where like, yes, there's, you know, there's always room for improvement, but when you look at how far we've come, it's like, oh my God, like sometimes you gotta like wonder why there's so many complaints. Like, can we just take a breather in a moment? But yeah, I've been to some lesbian bars in Toronto and they were awesome. They felt great to be in. And there was like a lesbian night at like a really great gay bar in Ottawa. I don't know if they still have it anymore. Yeah, it was good times. There was like an indie rock bar next door, and then like I would like bar hop. Good times. I got stories. I got stories. They're multiplying. It's like San Francisco women. The town where I went to college is like the lesbian capital of the US. That's why they had all the women groups with the Y, women. I laugh because I went to university. 4 eggs with 1/4 cup water or milk. The town where I went to college is like the lesbian capital, and it was a utopia. Aww. It's like San Francisco for women. Do you think it's still like that? Okay, so now I have this combo of panko and breadcrumbs. I find it's really hard to have recipes for fried chicken or anything battered that gives you the appropriate amount of breading. So I'm gonna try my best. It's really cool that they sell gluten-free panko, by the way. I don't think I've ever used this, but they were both on sale, which is very exciting. I love when like I've been basing what I recipe develop on the sales, the market. And then if I seriously want to put together like a cookbook, the production, or the, what are they called? The people? Publishers, oh my God. They're gonna wanna do like, they were gonna want me to cook every recipe in like 4 days, which I don't think is very doable. And then I won't be able to buy things on sale. So it's kind of encouraging me to reflect and to maybe build like a little corner into my space where I can have like different backdrops and props and stuff. Because I only have like a short amount of time to develop this stuff. Okay, so I have these fine breadcrumbs. These ones are not that fine, actually. But maybe the panko is a little bit coarser. Oh, I think like the fine breadcrumbs went to the bottom. Anyway. Yes, I hear it got infiltrated. Still safe and idyllic, but a lot of speech silencing happening. The irony. So do a cup of each. And then Resealable plastic bag. Thanks, Kikoman Panko. Okay. Will this be enough for 3 pounds of chicken? We shall see. So I have this. Oh, I have this little flavor pack. Near 5 years and my content studio still in limbo. Yes, girl. That's okay. One step at a time. Okay, I really wanted to spend some time through this in a food processor. I guess I can still do that. I have this big wedge of bulk Parmesan. Parmigiano Reggiano. One of the best cheeses, right? You can't lie. Have we spoke about Fergie on this stream? I was just thinking about the Black Eyed Peas song that goes, no, 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 baby, no, 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 don't cry. No, 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 baby, no, 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 you gotta lie. What you gonna do, man, man? Wait, am I remixing 2 songs? How could she have so many bangers, but also be so cringe at the same time? She fascinates me. Fascinating. Fergalicious definition, make the boys crazy. Now, glamorous. Oh, it came up in the trial. It all comes out back to Diddy. Why? How? But I got dark wash wide leg jeans to solidify my weight loss. Right? When you look back on like what you're working on, what you thought you would be working on, and then what the outcome has been and the progress, you're like, oh, but I was doing this. Yes, I love that. So the YouTubers were singing it. She was so amazing, really deserved more. She did. And it was a flawless album. I saw this reel and it was like, these are all the singles that came off Fergie's debut solo album. Like, I loved all of these songs when they came out. GLAMOROUS. GLAMOROUS. Flying first class up in the sky. Poppin' jam. This with like the Serbian accordion music in the background. Okay, place your bets. Will my food processor, can it handle Parmigiano Reggiano? Okay, first let me... Lande. They still play it, it's true. Well, actually, I don't listen to the radio that much. GLAM. Ooh, I ran into like an industry buddy. We're on DM terms. No big deal. She just got her sake sommelier license, and she's gonna try to get me a free spot in her demo class. I was gonna be like desperate Eva poking through, being like, I'll do a reel, but like she knows what I'm capable of. I'm just gonna let her suggest it. Yes, I need to know more about sake. I love sake so much. If you don't know, sake is a Japanese rice-based liqueur. It's just rice and koji, which is, I think it's koji, that it's like the inoculant, the thing that makes the rice ferment and flavor the alcohol. But yeah, it was really cool seeing her IRL. We had a nice time yesterday. Just, it's nice like talking to like an Instagram homie in real life. Okay, so I got my cheese. This is how my in-laws do it. They get their bulk Parmigiano Reggiano, and then they grate it. I don't know if they use a food processor. Ooh. You got this, little buddy. Oh, okay. Wait, but how do they get it? They get it that it's not like grated like this. They get it more like fine crumble. Be ignoring my kids' incorporated memories. Scrolling up. Big girls don't cry, don't cry. Kids Incorporated, was that was like the girl group she was in? No, but she was in another girl group after that, right? Watched it as a kid for her. Aw, that's so cool. They're not ignored anymore. Big girls don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. I hope you know, I hope you know that this has nothing to do with you. It's personal, myself and I. I'm gonna straighten it out to lose, and I'm gonna love you like a starlight. Okay, so my I don't know if my food processor died because it didn't like my Fergie singing, or if the Parmigiano Reggiano was just too much, but it stopped working. So it got through half of it. It launched her. It was an 80s kids show. Oh my god, I need to watch clips. Wild Orchid, that was the group she was in. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to come back to this parm. I didn't want it to turn out like this though. Like, I want it to be more like grated. But I'll still put it in this. And maybe as I mix it together, it'll crumble a little bit. There's so much umami. She sang Madonna's Over and Over Baby. You were a fan relay. Oh shoot. Okay, let's see if I can will this thing to keep going. Who's Rashad Peterson? We're back, baby! Maybe I'll just do it on low speed. Come on, little guy. You only have 2 more blocks to go. I hope you know. I'll have to ask my in-laws what they, oh, did I just put like, well, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna bag this up later. And I'm gonna put it in the freezer. Actually, I'll refrigerate this. As well, okay. Now it's time to fry. He was one of the one black kid. He has had a solid but indie soul career. Oh, nice. Rashad. Sounds familiar. Yugoslavia. Okay, I'm excited to finally bread this chicken. You know, I'm gonna take my brother's recipe. Oh, here. I was wondering where like this other piece of parm went. My brother salt and peppers the chicken first and then breads it in flour, but I'm gonna propose we skip that step and just salt and pepper the flour. Big brain moves. Big brain moves, no big deal. I'm gonna try this air fryer Parmesan rind trick to see if it actually makes a delicious cheesy chip. Because I love those. I don't know if in your parts of the world, wherever you're watching, if you have these things called wisps. They're like delicious. I want to say they're probably like freeze-dried Parmesan chips. They're so good. Nice paleo option. What am I looking for? Okay. We have that. I'm gonna make a pepper. Where's my Bob's? Back on my Bob's of Red Mill all-purpose flour. Shit. My mom bought it by accident. Actually, no, I have this gluten-free, deglutenized gluten flour. Which one should I use? No, I'll go Bob's. I'll go Bob's. Okay, let's get this oil ripping. Hopefully a cup of flour is enough. I love battered fried food. Who doesn't? But the process takes a while. So thanks for hanging out with me while I do this. Makes it more fun. I hope you know that this has nothing to do with you. Just writing down my quantities here. Okay, what is this? What is this? What is happening? Oh my God. I am excited. Okay. Why is this so Saved by the Bell? Hold up, let me give you some volume. Thank you for this. I feel like we needed this, right? We need a little break while I write this down.
6 o'clock already, I was just in the middle of a dream.
Why were his eyes rolling back? Later on the drums. Oh, okay. That's fun. Aww. Look at little... Oh my God, this is so adorable. The era. Solid song choice. Fun day. Uh-oh, he's not playing well. Baby Stacy. Hey, Stacy. I need more salt. Sale. Uh-oh. Wow.
Hey, all right.
Thank you. Ugh. Taylor Swift. Stop suggesting Taylor. There's this... I tried out the Spotify DJ and it was like, you love Taylor Swift, so we're gonna play her next. I'm like, no, her company paid you to tell me that. Can you go away, please? We'll say, I'm not gonna lie, I like her Midnight's album. It reminds me of desperate times with my infant son. All right, are we gonna fry this chicken or what? We're almost there, folks. Getting there. I gotta season my flour. I didn't season the egg portion though. I hope that this will be enough. I think the breadcrumbs are somewhat seasoned too. Spotify is a scam. I know, it's upsetting to think about. Finally trained it pretty well, but I always choose my Plex server collection. Oh yeah, you were telling me that they have their own, like, they have a really good AI. She the one that sings a song about summer? I like that one. And I liked her Hunger Games song. What's the Hunger Games song? That's my fun day. And just another manic Monday. That's my fun day. Just another manic. Am I ruining the song? Maybe. All All right, got our seasoned flour. Oh yes, sensory, ASMR. Oh yeah. So it goes. Na 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 na. Reminded you of Alison Krauss. Yeah, I can see that. We have a jazz fest coming up. I was thinking there's like this Balkan band. I want to do like a mini reboot of my music show and cook with them. Should I invite them here? I didn't think about that. I'm like, oh, I have to get this production companies involved. No, I have a studio here. Okay. Hey, Lemon Bucket Orchestra. Don't you want to cook Serbian food with me for my Twitch stream? And then we can put it on YouTube and have like a fun time? Come. Lemon Bucket Orchestra. If you want some Balkan, like fun, boisterous, 10-piece horn, gypsy band vibes, Lemon Bucket Orchestra. Very fun. They're from Toronto. We almost got them to play our wedding. That would have been cool, but it did not happen. Because it cost just as much to hire them as it did the rest of our wedding. We couldn't afford that. But before that, they played an acquaintance's wedding for free. So I was like, but we had caught them when they were starting to get a little bit big, so such is life. Probably not stream safe, but maybe after I liked, and I don't like anything she does. Okay, I will look. Okay, so I'm crumbling this cheese into this. Smelling very, very umami, very Parmesan-like. All right, Mihailo. Doxing myself. This better be good. Don't forget Gavin and Marilyn. Okay. Put it in the Discord, and then I'll remember. If you remember. No pressure. Okay. Flour. I'm really enjoying these like IKEA trays. I really want to get them like some more cute ones. So I have my setup. I wish this was more like widescreen. Anyway, pan heating up. Yes? Maybe it needs to be a bit warmer. Seasoned flour. Yes? Eggies. Now I need like another table for the chicken. Hold on. I'll put the chicken in my sink. I'm gonna get a pan. This is gonna sound so orthorexic, but like I'm excited to eat fried food. Lord. I almost made French fries today, but then I opted for these Greek potatoes because I'll make fries with something more fry friendly. Oh yeah, chicken. Okay, chicken. All right, now for the ASMR portion of the stream. Enjoy the chicken frying. And just another manic Monday. That's my fun day. And just another manic Monday. I do have a temperature gun. Let's go 375, shall we? This is one of my chefy things in my home. A digital thermometer. Because I want to know my fried food is good. Okay, 375. While that heats up, I'm gonna start battering some chicken. Wow, that sounds violent. Oh yeah, I got like the folk music going. I got my chicken cutlets. This is a Serbian afternoon, if I would say so. I don't have room for my nice Italian thing. Okay, seasoned chicken and the flour. So this acts as a binder for the eggs. My husband sends me a text. I'm gonna go help out my friend with this video setup. Don't know when I'll be back. I'm like, cool. How ominous. He always comes back, right? I got my eggies. I find that if I use my fingers, they're just gonna get all clumpy. I wanna say by now, so my brother really presses in, oops, he says he really presses in the panko and the breading. This doesn't feel right to use like such thick breadcrumbs. But let's go for it. Trust the process. Oh yeah, look at that sizz. Nice. Not overly aggressive, the sizzling. Really presses it in. I think the parm is a good call. In Italian, these are called cottoletto. My mother-in-law makes my son cottoletto all the time. It's very cute. I think I'm gonna need more breadcrumbage. We'll see though. I think my mom cut her bread a bit finer. There's this producer that worked on a daytime talk show that I did guest spots at, and he just got a position because the daytime program they're shutting down. They're shutting down the local programming. End of an era. It's the TV station that Tom Green actually got started at, but they just keep getting cut after cut, and they're closing. But fortunately, I know the producer of another daytime show now, so I can reach out to him. But maybe I can reboot my show, my food music show, as like a segment. I could, because they're always looking to interview guests who are in town to play music, so why not cook with them? Maybe he'd be into that. Who knows? Who knows? Always worth asking. Yes, Tom Green was an era. Bum on a duck. I played that out. Really? My brother went to some of his tapings in Ottawa. He is a local legend. Everyone loves him. He actually moved back to Canada a couple years ago. So people in Ottawa are really excited. He did a documentary on Amazon, on Prime. I still have yet to see it. Apparently it's really good, and it's just about him traveling and coming back to Canada on his farm. And he's producing content here again. So exciting. Oh, I forgot the one essential thing for frying food is the old parchment paper. You know what? I don't need to use, not parchment paper, but paper towel. I won't use paper towel, I'll just use this rack. Because after you fried something, in order for it to stay crispy, you want it to drain off any excess liquid. And I'm going based off of color right now and texture. None of your business where I'm going. All right, there. Twitch chat, just being Twitch chat. All right, waiting for this other side to get golden. This one's pretty good. He seemed interesting and sincere. I know, I'm really happy he's being creative too. He is going full Hollywood, and like he did recently marry this Canadian girl who's like in her mid-30s. But you know what? Girl, if that's your type, good for you. I'm not gonna judge. Got a little water break. Let's get some more flour seasoning going. Maybe, just maybe, I have the right amount of chicken here. Oh yeah, nice golden brown action. Oh, it's a Tom Green sketch. Sorry, Andy. I am very slow, so thank you for letting me know. Was that from his MTV days? Ottawa days? Apparently he was like old friends with our new mayor, so that's kind of fun, I guess. Well, now I forget which one I turned recently, but this one is a little bit more dark. Tom Green, are you a fellow Canuck? Yes, and that is what some Canadians call Canadians, Canucks. It's a weird one. Canuck. Just doing the old batter and frying here. I've never really done this with fork. Not as weird as bags of milk. Still processing that one. A lot of people are. Americans too. They don't get it. And that's fair. That's fair. We are a lactose intolerant household, so we don't really deal with milk. I like the optics of a nice glass jar of milk. I can only do powdered milk. Like digestibility wise or like practicality wise? But you know that, yes. The lore. Actually, I want to get powdered milk because there's this condiment. It's like Serbia's Nutella, but not Nutella at all because it's not hazelnut based. But it's called Eurocreme. Eurocreme. I guess you could translate that too. And it's like it's like a two-toned spread you get in a jar, and half is vanilla and half is chocolate. But I was thinking, because we have fast days in Orthodox Serbia, about doing like a vegan one. Because I don't really like processed food anyway, and I was like, oh, I can make it from scratch my own way, but then I can just double duty and be like, here's a vegan one. So I need to decide what kind of dairy-free powdered milk alternative to use for the recipe. Don't have to worry about spoiling. Yes, can use a quarter cup at a time. You know what? I should think about that because I opt to just blend some cashews. But like, why not just get powdered milk? Yeah, you don't drink it by the mug, right? Man, I know how some of you in chat feel about Lady Gaga, but I really wish Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga became a thing. Is that so much to ask? But also at the same time, I'm sad that Irina Shayk and Bradley Cooper didn't make it through because they have a kid. She means me. I know. They didn't? I like them. Yeah, they're divorced now. It was like after all of that Star is Born stuff went down, Lady Gaga divorced her, or not divorced, but she broke off her engagement with her manager. Like a manager and starlet relationship ever worked out in the end. And yeah, and then Bradley and Irina broke up. I wonder why. The crying and holding hands during the interviews. He made that raccoon live. Wow, I still think Rocket is his best performance yet. It's funny. Oop. She never met a taken man she didn't want to explore. An interesting observation. Oh yeah. I feel like some of this chicken could have been pounded more. Speaking of exploring men. I hope you know. I hope you know that the Chicago Fire dude was taken too. No. I didn't know that. That's not cool, Gaga. Cool, Gaga. I wonder if her, like, she's like with engaged to like a pharmaceutical exec. Interesting. You know what? I like that divas are marrying, getting with normal people. Not that like being in pharmaceutical is very like your average lifestyle. But yeah, let's like no Machine Gun Kelly, okay? Like let's not do Machine Gun Kelly. You feel like it backfires, like normies? Yeah, like the normies can't handle. Like I feel like Chicago Fire guy was kind of a normie, and that didn't really work out. Yeah, he was pretty norm. I never watched the show. Can't say those kinds of TV dramas. I feel like that's all Canada produces are like crime dramas and like subpar comedies. Actually, you know what? I never watched Schitt's Creek. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. Although, is it technically Canadian or does it just star a bunch of Canadians? Okay, next time I find chicken breast on sale, I want to make my cousin Olga in Serbia, not the one that has fake designer bags. Another cousin of mine. She is a very picky eater, but one of her favorite go-to dishes to make at home is blue cheese chicken breast and like a delicious cream sauce. So funny. Some picky eaters are so funny. They'll be like, I don't like certain foods, and then they'll be like, drop like a blue cheese dressing for chicken. Okay. You watch HGTV? Yes. Law and Order and CSIs and all that. Yeah. Yes. Would never watch. HGTV. Canada looks like USA, but Like the AI. It's just more tame and rugged. Tame yet rugged, if you can appreciate that juxtaposition. Oh, I learned recently that Yugoslavia had like a really, like a love affair of like Mexican mariachi and like films out of Mexico. So like in the 60s and 70s, mariachi infused Serbian music was really popular. So now I have an in on, and like whenever I want to do like a Mexico Canada cultural crossover, now I have an in, like a real in. I mostly see the suburbs. Oh, in that case, say no more. I totally know what you mean. And it's quite depressing to me. It's quite depressing. Like I've been thinking about, I can't quite afford a trip to Europe. I can't. And then like, I have a car, so maybe I want to go on a road trip, but I can't drive far enough away to get out of like the suburbs. Oh no, splashing oil. No bueno. I feel like such a elite talking about that, but I really wish we had more culture. Although wine region's pretty nice. We just have a lot of bugs. Anyway, just brainstorming where to go on vacation. I feel like going on vacation. They look the same, but so different too. My mom always thinks it's the US, but I can tell when it's Canada. Nice. Well, you are a true cultural aficionado. This chicken looks good, thank you. Yeah, it's fun using like these years of skills cooking other cultures and actually using it for my own. It's been quite the journey. Like I gotta say, I think the potatoes are better than my mom's potatoes. But I don't know if that's because it's like an air fry situation. Like it was the bake setting, but kind of air fryage. Thank you for getting us, Michael J. Fox, you're welcome. And Tom Green provided you with some lols in the 2000s, I hope. Yeah, it's funny. People always make fun of LA for being like so car centric, but like suburbs in Canada, like you can't escape not having a car. Unless you're a hardcore cyclist, but then you have to cycle in the winter, which is real sketch. Yeah, Michael J. Fox, legendary. Tom Green was sweet, but Michael J. Oh yeah. No, I'm not implying that you can compare the two by no means. Can't wait for his book. Oh yeah. Where is that book? Where is that book at? Michael? Okay, I think I need more cooking oil. Where is my array of random animal cooking fats? I do have this schmaltz chicken fat. I think it should be good. I'm gonna crank this heat so I don't cool down the fat too much. So I need to add more oil to my recipe. I've never tried schmaltz. Not even sure how. Here it's so good. I barely get any fat from a chicken because you guys got like real chickens that like aren't like overly fattened up because they can't move. Sad. Can you go to a butcher and buy and ask them for chicken skin? Or do you mostly get like the whole chicken? I wonder if they would give that to you. Okay. Yeah. Back to medium heat. They're like aggro pigeons. You get the whole chicken, yeah. That is something I kind of struggled with when I co-wrote the cookbook with chicken farmers here. So they only sold the chickens whole. Now they sell the chickens in individual parts by popular demand, but because they're so Euro, they never... I'm running out of space. I'm running out of space. I'm just doing folk dancing. What was I gonna say? Anyway, yeah. So yeah, it was hard to do. Like they were like, we want like chicken cordon bleu recipe. It was just the breast. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna write in the book, buy one of your chickens and then, you know, break it apart. But then it's almost like you need a follow-up recipe for the other parts of the chicken. Unless you're assuming that the Euros are gonna just know what to do. But it really is a hard sell. I know like a lot of my friends they're just used to buying individual parts at grocery stores, and it's just, it is what it is, you know? You can get parts, but you prefer to buy whole a lot of time. But if it's a good sale, you'll get parts. Yeah. Yes, funnily enough, getting a whole chicken, even if the whole chicken's on sale, maybe for the organic ones, you can get a better price than buying them in individual parts. But it is nice to break down a chicken and like have the food that way. I do have a husband, like no shade, but a little bit of shade. He really doesn't like bone-in stuff. But if you know, bone-in food, it just tastes better. You get a lot of flavor from the bone, especially if you're building a sauce out of the whole chicken. It's just so good that way. Okay, probably ready to flip. Stays moist too, yeah, exactly. And then like you render down the chicken skin to also build on the sauce. It's like its own like machine. Man, chicken is so good. So many haters hating on chicken, I feel. Chicken's so good, especially when it's good quality. Honor the bird. Yes. It's too bad you guys can't see more of this process. Let me try to shimmy. You're king and queen, yes! It's true. I was like, husband, are they still in town? He's like, I don't know. But it's funny because I use the route. I don't know, maybe I'm doxing myself a little bit. I use a driving route that is close to the airport to nap my son. And the day they were in town, there were like particularly specific military and police vehicles. And it really took me like an hour after I got home to be like, oh right, the king and queen were here. So they usually kind of block the road off, or they have like heavy security watching the cars go by. So then I was like, imagine I had one of those nap situations where I had to nap my son, and like, it's like I drive like back and forth down that road because it's like a nice straightaway, very relaxing for him. Like, what if they like marked my vehicle down, be like, why is this mom like going back and forth? Yeah, it was really cool. They went to our farmers market, our official Ottawa farmers market, and I saw like clips that our farmers market association put on their Instagram. It was very cute. Like you could tell people were like super nervous to be around them, and it seems like they organized, and it was a gorgeous day. Seems like they really organized a nice excursion for the king and queen. Oh my god, imagine Meghan Markle came. I would unironically invite her on my show. That would be pretty epic. You know what? I'm inspired to invite people on the show. I think I used to be like a little bit shy about it, but maybe it's time. Yo guys. Oh shit, my son's gonna be home soon. I should pay attention to my phone. And to make sure that this chicken doesn't burn. All right, what do I do now? I'm running out of space. I'm gonna manifest her. Watch. Oh yes, Serena. Oh my god. Please, I need your juju. I hope you know. My machine is slowing down. I want that chicken. Should I get Tom? I'm just like, now I'm just thinking like, gotta get Tom Green on. Gotta lean into the local vibes. Michael J. Fox. That might be a reach. Tom Green actually seems like a little bit reasonable. My Tom Green story I want to say it was like 5 or something, and I was at like the local mini mall. And my brother had been going to see a show, so I knew that he was on TV. And I was like, Mom, I really want to introduce myself. Because I guess like inappropriately, I was able to catch some of the show too. It was like a little bit like raunchy, right? Or just like kind of like gaggy, like a little inappropriate maybe. Anyway, so I go up to him and I was like, can I have, I don't know if I asked for like an autograph. I think what I said was along the lines of, my brother really likes your show. Maybe I said something like, you're really cool. And he was like, here. And then like he took these sunglasses he bought from the dollar store and gave me the sticker off of them. And I was so stoked. That was the best moment of my fucking life. And then my mom threw out the sticker. I was like, no, why? My mom loves throwing stuff out. It's like the bane of my childhood. Such trauma with the things that she decided to throw out of mine. There was this, you know the show Portlandia with Fred Armisen and that girl from Sleater Kinney, the rock band? I happened to own, they had this like sketch where they were these two ladies at like a women's own bookstore, and they were really insufferable. I had the same sweater that they wore in there, and I bought the sweater before the show, before I saw the episode. I was like, holy shit, it's that sweater. I used to love that sweater. It's very like knit, and there's like a full forest theme, and it was like light purple and dark purple, very like 80s, 90s. And she fucking threw it out. I would still wear that. Sleater Kinney loved. My mom does that too, story of my life. I feel I have to hide and lock things. So like I am like a little bit like Marie Kondo-y, like throw out things you don't need. You can always find them again. I can't find that sweater again. Where the fuck is that sweater? Somebody like, my mom donated it, and like somebody's like, oh my god, this is the Portlandia sweater. Never getting rid of this. A tragedy, you guys, a tragedy. So that's my life. But I don't want to be like that with my son. But how do I stay Marie Kondo, but give him the autonomy to keep and hoard things that he thinks is very dear that I might not think is very dear? These are the things. Break generational cycles. Oh yeah, I need to keep my phone nearby. Make sure my son is gonna be here. Okay, chicken, almost done. Let me do a quick plate because I think my son is gonna be home soon. I might like very quickly end the stream. It's funny, I partially moved my streams to Fridays because my husband can help out a bit more with the cleanup, but now he's not here. He's like doing hobbies and helping people out, imagine. The nerve. The nerve of him being a nice dude. You have missed your Netflix name dropping. What do you mean? What names are you dropping? Okay. I'm glad I used a lot of my hoarded oil because I love I was just talking about being all Marie Kondo-like. Okay, so my mom, speaking of my mom, maybe this is a little too much flour, so I can reduce the amount of flour. Oh, hold on. I think my son's home. All right, my son is home. Sadly, I'll have to end the stream there. But thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day, and I'll be back next Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Bye.
Aj za sviret čalgi, jedna pesna melancholijska, da se sve da na mladost da. Da se vrati srce radosta. Svirete mi čalgi, svirete mi se od srce. Praznik mi je na duša da. Ne stažam za mladost da. Svirete mi čalgaši, svirete mi se od srce. Praznik mi je na dušava. Danas plačam za mladost.